Let's be real for a minute. You know, when you see older people struggling financially, depending completely on their children for survival, and then you quietly say to yourself, I do not want this to be me. The truth is, financial struggle in old age doesn't happen overnight. It is a result of years of small, careless habits. But here is the good news. Comfort in your 50s also comes from habits. The difference is you start them now. Not when your life feels perfect, not when you start earning more, but right now. A few weeks ago, I was invited to speak at a youth program where I shared with them one of my major goals in life, which is to be a very successful woman at retirement. Successful to the point that I do not have to depend on my children or anyone for anything. Yes, I want my children to show me love, but not because I cannot afford to show myself that love. I want to be the mother and grandmother that can support my adult children even at old age. I want to leave behind generational wealth. I also told them that building this kind of wealth would need me to live a life a little different from others. And then I went ahead to share with them habits that I have formed so far to help me achieve this goal. And I will be sharing them with you today. These are small but powerful habits that will help you live comfortably later without leaning on anyone, not even your kids. The very first habit that I have learned and still learning in order to help me achieve this goal is the habit of learning to live below my means. This is the foundation for wealth and peace. Living below your means doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy your life. It simply means that you understand what is enough for you. It simply means spending less than you earn consistently, not because you are stingy, but to create a margin. And then that margin is what helps you to create peace in your life much later. Every time you say no to unnecessary spending today, you are saying yes to peace and wealth in your life much later. I am currently recording this video with my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is perfect for me by all standards. Someone once asked me why I hadn't changed my phone because they knew that I could afford it. I had to explain to the person, educate the person on what investment I can use that money for. This is not to say that getting a new phone is wrong. This is just me explaining how I have learned to live below my means just so that I can make wiser decisions. You see, it is not about how much you earn. It is about how you manage the money. Living below your means gives you control. It lets you save, invest, and say no to financial pressures. So before you buy that new phone or that new outfit, ask yourself, do I need this right now? Or am I just trying to impress someone? Remember, peace of mind is better than public validation. This brings me into the second habit that I have had to learn over time so that I will be able to achieve this goal of not depending on anyone at retirement, which is the habit of saving consistently and investing. You do not need a big salary to start. You just need discipline and consistency. It is not about the amount, it is about the habit. Saving teaches you self-control and gives you a sense of progress. Your saving has to be intentional and for a purpose. Only purposeful savings can grow. What that means is, why are you saving that money? Always have a reason for a particular saving. That's the only way to stay determined. Tie the saving to a purpose. For example, if you are saving 100,000 naira every month and you intend to save it for 1 year, what do you intend to do with the 1.2 million naira at the end of the year? Be specific. This helps you stay focused. Also, learn to automate these savings. As humans, we may have the intention to save, but at the end of the day, we may get carried away. Make saving a non-negotiable, like food or rent. Don't wait until you have enough to save. For me, as soon as my salary hits my account, a portion of it automatically moves to two different accounts where I have no access, no app, no debit card, nothing. Depending on your willpower is setting yourself up for failure. I think I should quickly mention here that I personally have two sets of investment. One for me and me alone, to be able to live the life I want to live at old age without depending on anyone. The other one is for my children's future. That is what I intend to use to be a wealthy mom to my children and a supportive grandma to my grandchildren. It is for them, not for me. The third habit I have had to learn is to learn to delay gratification. We live in a world that tells us that we deserve everything now, the cars, the phones, the trips. But building financial comfort means learning to wait. Delaying gratification doesn't mean denying yourself joy. It means choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Personally, I do this in two ways. When I suddenly see something I want to buy, not need to buy, I wait 72 hours. That gives me time to know if I really need it. Guess what? Most times after 72 hours, I do not see any need to purchase that item. Secondly, if it is something I need to purchase, I save up for it, I plan, I budget for it. I am never in a hurry to purchase anything, except of course if it's got to do with life or health. The last and important habit that I have had to learn, in order to help me achieve this goal is to stay close to like minds. Remember, the Bible says that iron sharpens iron. Mere looking at your closest friends, I can guess what your life will be like. You are an average of the 5 most closest people to you. If you are friends to 5 billionaires, you will be the 6th one, no doubt. I have surrounded myself with friends that 80% of the time we are talking about self-growth. Growth in all aspects of our lives. Friends that hold me accountable. Friends that motivate me to do better. Friends that share investment ideas with me. See, in all you do, make sure that you are surrounded by the right people. Like I always say, anyone not going in your direction should not be in your vehicle. Be very careful of your company. It can either make you or break you. Becoming financially comfortable in your 50s doesn't start when you are 45. It starts now. Every small decision you make today is shaping the kind of life you will live later. Start with one habit, just one, and build from there. Remember, wealth is built quietly through discipline and not luck. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, share to your loved ones and the people you know who need it, and don't forget to subscribe. Till I see you in my next one. Bye.